Freakos, what's going on? It's the Head Freak here. It's Big E. Welcome to the Ironman Challenge.
Hi.
That's Iron Woman right there. That's our Night Elf Hunter. This episode, we're going to be continuing a quest chain called The Wildlife Suffers 2. That's right. Let's get mounted up here. We're in Western Plaguelands. We're going to be going to slay some diseased grizzlies. That's right. Oh, look at this. We got a hunter. Look at that. Why aren't you on your mount? What's wrong with you? Stop jumping around like that. Are you crazy? Give her a cheer right now. Write this immediately.
A loon be praised.
A loon be praised. Hope everybody is doing well today. I'm not doing too bad. Plaguelands, pretty dangerous area. Yes, it is. Got another hunter here. Especially Eastern Plaguelands. We did make our way in there. The Hearthstone's Light Hopes Chapel, but I'm not going to be doing any additional quests in there for a while. I think we did just one, the Pamela's doll, that thing. Let's get this freak out of the way so we can get around here. So some of you have been who have been following the channel for a while, you know I've had like ongoing car problems. He just mended himself. What a bastard. I finally got the head gasket replaced, like both cylinder heads were surfaced and new gaskets for the headers, for the exhaust, all that. Good God, was it expensive. I had help paying for it. I would not have been able to pay for it myself. Okay, hold on. I gotta do this. One moment. I'm so sorry. I gotta be on this right away. Yeah, I approve that. Even though it's more expensive. Of course it's more expensive, Walmart. An item has been substituted. Here's another one for $5 more. It's never cheaper. If an item is substituted, it's never going to be cheaper. That's not their policy. I swear I feel like they have something worked out with the shoppers or the drivers, whoever shops for whatever I order from Walmart. I have the stuff delivered because I'm a king. No, it's because I have severe social anxiety and I don't like going into Walmart at any time. Okay, I need you off of me, sir. Anyway. So after the head gasket was repaired, the car no longer overheats. It's solid. It's fine. It was a massive, massive issue. However, when I went to pick the car up, the guy said, so everything's fine, which was a lie. With the head gasket, everything was fine. He goes, but now your service engine light is on, and the code, it's an O2 sensor problem. And he said, but this car doesn't have an oxygen sensor on it. Now, when he said that, I was like, I mean, in my mind, I was like, that's bullshit. Hold on. Is there another item substituted here? Hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. I think they're just letting me know. Did I tap the wrong link? Fucking balls. Can I just look at my phone in peace, bastard? Sorry, guys. Okay, everything's fine. Anyway, he goes like, the car doesn't have an oxygen sensor. So I was skeptical, but I actually wasn't sure. And the only reason that I didn't, I mean, I'm not going to say I was going to argue with him, but I didn't really say much about it, which was a mistake. The car the guy I bought it from has modified the car so much, like so many modifications to the thing. So I was like, maybe it doesn't, right? But anyway, here's the thing. Before he worked on it, I did not have a service engine light on, and the engine was strong and running fine. Now, after the repair, the service engine light is on, and the code says oxygen sensor bank 2, sensor 1, whatever. The car has 2 oxygen sensor, and all bank means is one side of the car or the other, generally. Bears are this way. So anyway, the car actually still ran fine. You can have like a bad oxygen sensor, and the car will still run. However, in my case, it's gotten progressively worse. So it changed the sound of the engine a little bit because what the oxygen sensor does is it detects, I'm not an expert in cars, but I think it basically detects the difference between the oxygen, the outside oxygen and the oxygen inside the system in the car, in the line. So I have a bad one. Here's a disease spare. And what it does is sends a signal, and it tells the computer how to run the car as far as a fuel-air mixture. I believe that's what the deal is there. Here comes a spider. Here we go. So right now, like I said, the car was running a little bit differently, but it was okay. On the way back from the lake, God damn, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, they're just letting me know stuff's arriving. Good. On the way back, I took the kayak out to a lake. It's 25 miles each way. No problems there. On the way back, the car started running really, really rough, losing power, bogging down. I could actually smell fuel in the cab. And so, I mean, I knew. I was like, okay, this is probably the fucking oxygen sensor. I mean, I hope it was. So anyway, I got home, like unpacked the kayak, all that. I've got a little scanner. I hooked it up to it. Confirmed the same code that he had told me or whatever. I was like, well, if it's reading, there must be a connection, right? Because I didn't have this problem before. Anyway, I jacked the car up. I got underneath of it. I found one of the sensors immediately. I went over top of the car looking down, and I found the second sensor. So I don't know what he was talking about, saying it didn't have a sensor. It does, and it has 2. Most V6 and V8 engines will have 2 O2 sensors. One in front of the catalytic converter and one behind the catalytic converter. But it depends on the age of the car and a couple of other different factors. So as I was checking one, like I could see the sensor, and it's just this thing that's literally screwed into the exhaust system. And then there's a wire that goes up into the engine harness and connects. As I was following the wire literally broke off. So I think what the deal was, it's gotten burned or it was just old. The connection is loose. And it finally got to the point where it's not reading the sensor now, so it doesn't know how to run. Anyway, I called the guy who did the work because the repair he did is warranted for like 3 years. It was a massive repair, major repair. I think like 3 years. So I just called him actually this morning. I told him what happened. And so I'm taking the car back this coming Tuesday, and he's going to look at it. And I'm hoping the shit's going to be covered under warranty because, like I said, I didn't have a problem before he worked on it. But as I was talking to him, because the guy who owns the shop had another mechanic work on the car because he had other stuff going on, and it's a major repair job. They had the car for a couple of weeks. So he had like another mechanic come in. So I was talking to that guy. So the guy that owns the shop, he remembered differently. He said, no, he didn't say it didn't have a sensor. He said there was a problem with the wiring. So maybe I heard the guy incorrectly. I don't know. But so I'm a little worried that that's going to be another issue. Is like the O2 sensor is pretty straightforward to replace. I mean, it's kind of a pain in the ass to get to. he can do it a lot easier than I can because he can lift the car up and get to it easily, whereas I would have to jack the car up in the street, lay on the ground underneath the car, not have any room to work. So I'm really hoping that it's just a straightforward job, that he just replaces the sensor and reconnects it and everything's fine. But I guess we'll find out. So I'm going to take it in on Tuesday. And I'm kind of relieved about that I'm just getting it back there. I didn't know if I was going to make it home yesterday when I went kayaking. It was running that bad, and I was afraid to stop and shut the car off. Because when you have a fuel air issue like that, the car may not start again, so I just wanted to get it home. But it was, good God, was it running rough. And O2 sensors were started, it's an emissions thing, is what that was. Cars did not used to have O2 sensors. This is when they just had basically a carburetor, which is literally a bowl of fuel on top of your engine. Some of my old school guys will maybe appreciate that. It's a little bit different. Now you have fuel injectors and everything's controlled by a computer or a PCM. Same thing. So I don't know what the guy did to it who had it before me. I don't know if he changed it or relocated it. I have a feeling he did relocate one of the oxygen sensors because they're both on the same side of the car. And when you have an O2 sensor failure or a problem with it and you hook up your scanner to it, it'll say O2 sensor 1 or 2 and then bank 1 or 2. So mine said bank 2 sensor 1. So bank 2, if you're looking at the front of the car, bank 2 would be on the left-hand side because the cylinders are offset a little bit. So which cylinder 1 or whatever's, I said cylinder 1, whatever's closer to the car would be bank 1. It's usually the driver's side. But both of my O2 sensors are on the other side of the car. They're not separated, if that makes any sense. Does anybody care about any of this? We don't, Eric. Please stop talking about this. Anyway, man, I've learned more about engines since I've had this car than ever before. So here we're having the issue where we, last time it was diseased wolves we were looking for. Now it's bears. And I'm having trouble finding these bastards. Anyway, I'm going to try not to stress and worry about it too much. Just me having to call the guy was kind of a big deal for me, but I had to do it. But now I'll take it in on Tuesday, probably Tuesday morning. I'm going to get my landlord hopefully to follow me up. I'll drop it off and I'll just leave it with him and let him let me know how much it's going to be or if he can even fix it. The head gasket job was $5,300. Yeah. And like I said, I had somebody basically pay for the whole thing nearly because I just didn't have that kind of money. This will be nowhere near that kind of money. Like, I'm hoping at worst, if it's not covered under the warranty, he could play that however he wants. I feel like he could say, no, I can't cover it under the warranty because, it's hard for me to prove that I didn't have a problem before, that I didn't have the oxygen sensor problem before. But this guy's really cool. I'm hoping he'll just cover it. But if not, and I have to pay for it out of pocket, I'm hoping it's like at most a couple $100. And it's going to be labor, right? That gets me. I've already looked up the prices for oxygen sensors. You can get them anywhere between $80 and $150. and then the labor for it. But like he could probably do both of these honestly in an hour or two, if not quicker than that. Okay. All right, let me focus up, man. I'm in the plague lands and I'm just kind of running my mouth. This is how I usually get in trouble. Is I'm complaining or talking about something and not really paying attention to what I'm doing. Think there's enough effing spiders around here? Jesus. I feel like there's a quest I can get to kill these things, like 30 of them or something. We'll see. Get away from me, Freako. Got some eggs for breakfast. Fresh eggs from the chickens. That's right. The landlord has chickens. Is this a cave right here? Oh, I know where we are. I didn't realize I was this far up. Is this the cave that goes through to the Western Plaguelands? It might be. Hold on one moment. I've got to go outside. They just delivered. They do a light little knock on the door when they leave it. I'm going to just go up here for a second. I'll keep the pet on defensive here. I'll be right back. 1, 2, skiddly diddly do. Ready? They gave me an extra item, but they are not allowed to take anything back, so you just keep it. Because I had this happen before once. I had, they gave me my order plus somebody else's order. So I called them. And they're like, well, you just keep it or throw it away. We're not allowed to take anything back. I was like, cool. Now, if you leave it out there long enough, what the driver will, because this has also happened, I got the wrong order. They just gave me the wrong stuff. They got orders confused. So I just left it outside, and the guy actually came back, and obviously I figured he would get to the next house and probably figure it out. So he came back and just swapped it. But when that happened, I told this story on the channel. Like, I went out there to get my stuff, and I could see it wasn't mine, but one of the bags had like a half-gallon of ice cream in it. So at first I just came back inside, and I was just kind of sitting here like, And then I went back outside, and I stole the ice cream. Like, I don't even eat ice cream, man. I don't eat shit like that, but I just wanted it for some reason. So I went out there, and I just stole it. I took it out of the bag, and the driver came back like 10 minutes later. I felt so bad. I'm like peeking out of my blinds. This is at night. I saw the headlights, and I'm like looking out. Of course, he didn't check because he didn't think anybody would steal ice cream. So those other people never got their ice cream, and that driver probably got in trouble. And I didn't even eat the ice cream, man. I mean, I eventually, like, that ice cream was in my refrigerator. I'm not even kidding, for like 5 months. I didn't even touch it for a couple of weeks. I forgot it was in there. I was trying to put something in the freezer. I was like, what is this shit in the way? I ended up throwing it away, I think. I ate some of it, but I can't eat stuff that's like overly sweet like that. I just can't really handle it. And, I mean, it's also garbage, you know. It's complete shit. All right, 2 more bears. I don't know why I put so much emphasis on bear. Maybe this guy actually gives us the Plague Lurker quest. Maybe it's like these things who are spreading it or something. I can't remember. And then we do the infected deer. Kill some of these spiders. We need the XP. I was going to try to do the oxygen sensors myself. And I could, but it would be such a pain. I mean, it would be worth it for me to spend $100, $200, hopefully not more than that, to have somebody else do it, because they are in the worst positions. You have no room to work. I would save on the labor charge, obviously, and I'd probably get the part, you know, better price on the part. But some things are worth letting somebody else do and paying more for. I think it would not be an easy job. And that's if I can even get the things loose. Like, I just have basic tools, and these things are screwed into the exhaust, and that car is, I'm pretty sure, probably, well, I don't want to say never. It's just something you don't really work on very often. And it's also under the car, in the rain and the elements. They can be rusted on. Sometimes you have to take a blowtorch and literally heat the bolt up. And all the shit trying to bust it loose. And I don't really want to deal with that. So if it was in an easier location, I probably would try to do it myself. But here's the other thing. It might be covered under warranty, right? I really hope this guy's going to be cool about it. Anyway, if I get the car, like, this should be like one of the last things I do to it. I mean, aside from like get it like repainted and stuff, I still have to fill the hole in the hood that I put in it. But that stuff I can do myself. As long as it's mechanically sound, then I'm happy. But I was going to say, there's another lake. If I get the car working, I'm going to take the kayak back out. It's a place called Roberts Lake. I think it's a little bit nicer. It's a little further away, but I think that's the lake that has an island. I was thinking this island I went to, the lake I went to had like this island in the middle, but it didn't. Anyway, I'm going to get some more footage of it. And I'm going to do it differently. So I did put out the kayaking video, but I had the camera on a little tripod just sitting on the kayak. So the video was wobbly only because I fast forwarded time. If I had not done that, it would have been a lot more stable. But I'm going to... Here comes a bear. I got to get the pet healed up here. I have a little head strap mount that I can put the camera on, and I really should have used that, but I didn't think about it. It would have been a lot better. It would have been, well, maybe it would have been more stable. I don't know. It could have been, maybe it's worse. But that camera, I think, has image stabilization on it. But I've noticed when I turn on image stabilization, it really reduces the quality that camera does. I'm not happy, really, with that 4K camera. I would not recommend it. It's an Akaso. something. How many more do we need? We need one more after this. We'll go speak to the Tauren. She's kind of in a rough place. We have to fight our way in. But we'll just spend this episode doing this and grinding some mobs, because there's not actually a whole lot more I can do. Not safely, anyway. I do have a quest in Southern Fellwood to turn in, but that's on the other side of the world. Be a long flight. There we go, right here. Don't you hate it when you get that little pimple, like right on the edge, on the side of your nostril where the skin is really tight, or like right in the crease on the side? I can't, it's so painful. I hate that. It doesn't happen very often, but just every once in a while.
Good job.
Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, let's go turn this in. We changed the voice there to the female Tauren, as you may have heard. Whoops. Yikes. I pulled it. I pulled that spider, so let's just get it out of the way. Are we going to pull two? I am. Going to pull another one. Why don't you watch where you're going? You have to go. These things have the worst. This whole area, the Plaguelands, is just diseases and poisons. Guess it makes sense, right? We're in the. It's called the Plaguelands. Rough on melee. It's got to be the two worst places in the game for melee. Look at this. He's got 3 different diseases on him. To make sure we feed him. Probably didn't need to feign death. I think the pet had just charged him, but I'm out of mana. And I don't want all that crap on me. I don't know how long it lasts, but I don't want a bunch of dots on me and stuff. Ooh, she's got a green staff there of the eagle. Not too bad. Oh, it's a wand. That's cool. Oh, I like little things like this with the little animations. Kind of cool looking. Where the hell did he come from? I didn't even see it. Was he like right here or something, I guess? Anyway, if I, with the little head mount thing that I forgot I had, I might be doing the, my God, this is not good, man. I gotta watch this cauldron, man. You can summon the boss if you get too close to it. I'm actually surprised it's not summoned already. Anyway, with the head mount thing, I might do the model building that I was talking about. I don't know why I didn't think of it before, but I was having trouble just setting up the cameras and stuff. The angles weren't good. Didn't like the way it looked. But if I've got it on my head, you guys see whatever I see. It'd be a lot easier. Oh. We will have to come back here. I'm pretty sure there's more to this quest, so I didn't realize we had to go to, what you call it. So I did get Contagion of Rot. It's only 3 minutes, though. It's not a dot. Okay. Up here. Cenarian Enclave, whatever the hell it's called. Well, how are we doing on time? Well, I did a cutscene. Let me see how far we were in before. Let me check this video. 15 minutes. Okay, so about a half an hour in then. A little over. What are we going to do? Might make it a short episode. Do I want to risk going to see Chromie? Getting inside the house is kind of a pain in the ass. If the mobs are green, you just hug the wall and you can just sneak right in. But you do have to fight the stuff inside. Unless you're a rogue, obviously you can, stealth in or whatever. Yeah, they're just hanging out in this back room up here. This is the dangerous part because you can pull more than one thing. There's one here, One here, and there's one in this room, I think. Actually just pulled off of him for a second there. Don't want this. I can't be running around in here. Congratulations. Hard Dad reached level 60. Well done, sir. Oh, there's just this one. Okay, I thought there was one more. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was. That was going to be. There she is. There's Joseph's wedding ring. Oh, this is what I'm actually thinking of. Yes, this is the one. So it's right out here. It's like this building. I think it's right in the center of town. And you can sneak up around it, but I'm just not going to risk it. There are elite mobs in the center of town. All kinds of them. And I don't want to risk getting a feigned death resisted. So I'm just not going to do it. We'll just spend a little bit of time here. We'll slay some of these mobs. I won't get too close in. Watch out for abominations. It's the main thing. Get a little bit more XP, and then I'll probably just hearth to Light's Hope Chapel. And we'll figure out what we're going to do next episode. Next episode. Fight some green mobs. After this. Nope. Sorry about the mic bump. If you were able to hear it, probably. All right. I've got a couple other recordings to do, so I may as well wrap it up. Do a quick repair. Oh, it's this guy?
Talk to me. Off with you.
I guess I can't use him because I don't have the rep. There's a dude up here. You can get bullets up here as well. The guy up here by the wagon. I didn't actually know he's a vendor, but he is. I don't know why I can use him, but not that guy.
You need something?
I do need something. Do I care about this? I'm just going to sell it. Get the gold, and I'm just going to sell that as well. And I can't use mana pots, and I don't want that. I do need some more drinks. He's got them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I may as well get another stack because I go through them pretty quick. And let's buy some accurate slugs. Sell them those and get a fresh stack here. And get 2 more.
Have a good one.
You too. You have a good one, man. Alrighty. We will call this an episode. Thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit. Appreciate it. You guys take care. Iron Woman and myself will catch you in tomorrow's episode.
I wish you well.
Peace.